you are Houston born and raised. We know that.
Yes.
But tell us, let's go back to the beginning. Where were you born and raised here in the Houston community?
On west end of Houston is called out near the Heights area of Houston, and pretty close to Shepherd Drive, and that little area was a tiny community of black people.
I love that.
Mhm.
And if you don't mind me asking, because normally you don't ask a woman her age, but when were you actually born here in Houston?
I was born September 2nd, 1930.
And that makes you how old now?
It makes me 95.
Wow, you've got another birthday coming up. We're excited about that.
Yes.
So back when you were born, it was a different time in the Houston
Yes,
community
yes.
for you and your family. So tell me a little bit more about your family and those times as well.
Well, there were 5 of us. My older sister passed away a couple of years ago at 107.
Wow.
And she, like myself, and all of us, and I think about it, all of us ended up doing lots of services. But I think we had a family that encouraged service kind of things. Even as children, we were taught to enjoy doing things outside of the box.
Mm-hmm. And you started outside of the box a lot earlier than most involved in the community. So tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, I went to an elementary school pretty close to what they call Allen Parkway. This was called Harbor Junior High School.
Mm-hmm.
And I was there for 9 years, of course. And we had wonderful activities, and the teachers that we had were trained not in the Texas area. And what I would, as I reflect on it now, I'm even more proud because these people would spend their summers getting 2nd and 3rd degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they came back in the fall, we got to have lots and lots of activities that they had learned away from even Texas and beyond. And it's amazing how you have 20/20 vision when you reflect on what things were as opposed to what they could have been.
Exactly.
And that's one of the things. We had teachers that encouraged us to do services around the school, in the community, in the churches, and all. So, and I went to a church called Damascus Baptist Church. It too was a very historic place as well. And again, back into the arms of enjoying being with people is one of the things. I love people.
Now, this is also important because you were growing up in a time in the 30s and the 40s where African Americans were treated a little bit differently.
Yes.
And
we
this is
were.
before World War II as well.
That's true.
So seeing and what you grew up with, what did that teach you about your own ability to overcome any struggles you may have had?
But it's amazing when you reflect how you were raised, and everything is normal to you. So you really don't feel any different because it's nothing that you can compare that to. And all of my friends that I had gone to school with, had been in church with, in the community. For example, in middle school, my teachers encouraged us to learn to work together with not only the kids at the school, but kids across the city through an organization called Houston YWCA. That really enhanced my interest in people, and I loved it because I got a chance to work with girls, not only in the Houston area, but even beyond. We were out in 3rd, 4th, and 5th Ward kids that the few of us are still around today. We reflect on those days.
And how old were you when you were doing all of this?
Oh, less than 12 or 13.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Already involved in the community.
Yes.
And that probably led to a lot, even though at the time, even though you're helping others, did you ever feel that you were discriminated against?
Oh, again, our parents were unique, I guess, because we, as siblings, grew up in a home that there was just no hate for anybody outside of the family, that because of what was going on. For example, my parents taught us how to be safe in the community, how to get ourselves from point A to point B. And what we had to do was ride in the back of the bus, and so that was normal. We didn't like it. It was nothing you cherished, but this was called survival. You got where you had to go. I will never forget once having to transfer from one bus to the other to get across town. And the person at the front wanted me to actually go to the back of the bus where there were these doors that were enabling to let passengers on from the back and front. And they wanted us to do that, and I thought, how silly is that? But that was the closest area. And of course, our area to sit was always a cramped place. It was not as, shall we say, comfortable as the ones that sat in front of us. And there was a little sign over your seat to show you where you were supposed to sit. And that's what you did.
Were those the signs that said white and one said
Yes,
colored?
Colored.
Yeah, but that didn't stop you, did it?
Not at all. And our parents, my dad especially, he would say, okay, I want you to go to the restroom because you're not going to use facilities outside of our home. He never said where you're going to go. He always said, this is the way he would put it, we don't want you to even think about going to any other place other than your restroom at home. Then we know then, as we grew up, why he said that. And the next thing was, get plenty of water, get a drink of water at home, because we're not going to go to have water any other place. And so as we passed down the hall, we could see the signs above that told us where people of color were supposed to drink the water.
Different time.
Yes,
Definitely.
and there was no discussion at all. It was just, and during that time, I just have to tell you, as a child growing up, you just did what your parents said.
And she's just living history, everyone, at 95 years old. And you know something? That's just a small part of the interview we did. It was almost 30 minutes long, and I want you to check it out. So please, for the full interview, go to our website, CW39.com, or go to our CW39 Plus app. You can go on any of our streaming that you have at home. Your streaming services will have the CW39 Plus app. Please download it. Watch it for free. It is incredible and will change your life. So look how Houston's tournament run starts at